Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This article's a little bit different for me. It's not my usual Bigfoot or werewolf stuff. I also have an interest in the survival, bushcraft techniques. I've kind of got into that as the years have gone by with Bigfoot. So I like to watch Les Stroud, as most of you do, and Ray Mears. So a story of a man who managed to survive 5 days in the Russian forest is of great interest to me. And it actually appeared in the Russian newspapers today, and it says the newspaper, a man has survived the terror of being alone in the Russian forest, the paper stated. Now, the British newspapers have picked this up also, like Daily, it's in the Mail, it's in the Express, it's in the Guardian. A Russian man has revealed he survived for 5 days and nights in temperatures of minus 30 degrees after getting lost in a forest. Thanks to his smoking habit, woodcutter, Andrei Anafriv, 31, lost his way near Sneznik in the Shablinsk region. I have to apologise, I'm terribly sorry. After wandering off to relieve himself during a shift. Anufriv was delirious and within an hour of death when he finally found by researchers after eating snow. I don't think the Google translation is a great job on this one. The father of one wandered away from his fellow woodcutters to relieve himself in a thick snowy forest. His fellow workers searched for him in vain, but then called the emergency services. He said, I did see human footprints, but no proper path. The forest is like an anthill, lots of paths, but whichever one you take, it leads only to the next crossing of paths. It's an endless labyrinth. Sometimes I had to walk in snow that was up to my waist. Darkness fell, he had no mobile, but the smoker had a cigarette lighter in his pocket, and so was able to light a fire that saved his life and kept the local wolves at bay. I only had a small lighter in my pocket, he said, and I remembered how we went camping in childhood. I set up a fire and added a branch by branch to it. I ate snow, then I found a metal can and melted snow in it to drink. I chewed pine tree needles. I tried not to sleep, but to keep walking around the fire. It was the fire that saved my life. It took 5 days for rescuers to locate the lost logger, who had inadvertently wandered far from where he had gone missing. He said days 3 to 5 felt like one endless day. He became weak, hungry and dehydrated. I was losing my mind. When I was found, I was lying on the snow, not wearing my hat and coat. I just cuddled myself. Then I remember only vaguely people around me, being in a jeep. I was holding thermos with tea, then doctors and ambulances, and then on the way to hospital. The rescuer said, when a human is in agony and dying from the cold, he gets a false feeling that he is hot. If a person throws away his clothes as he did, it means he is about to die within an hour or two. Astonishingly, doctors found the divorcee, who has a daughter Milan of 5, had frostbite on only one hand and didn't even catch a cold, let alone pneumonia. Incredibly interesting account. He did some things he was supposed to do and some things he wasn't. But what he did do, he had a lighter on him. And a lot of us, as summer comes, or spring approaches, will be out and about in areas where you could get into some kind of injury. So I would suggest that whether you're a smoker or not, you carry at least some waterproof matches and a couple of lighters, because one lighter's never enough. If that breaks, then you know you're knackered, aren't you, as you say in the north. Just have a think about certain things. Make sure you tell somewhere where you're going and what time you're going to be back. And there's lots of little tiny survival kits that you can, pack into your bag. And just make sure that you're safe when you're out there, I think is what I'm trying to say. But I don't think I would fancy being trapped in the snow for 5 days. But there are some people I know, like Paul Platt, who would absolutely adore it. So until next time, thank you very much. Good night.